L-O-Y-A-T. It's in the name.
Welcome into the good old-fashioned Dislike podcast, where dynasties never die and hate is an extreme word, but just barely. This episode is brought to you by the University of North Alabama Christian Student Center. Check them out at facebook.com/UNACSC. On this podcast, we pick a football rivalry and we submit that rivalry to the panel of dislike. They will come up with the reasons why we like one team, dislike one team, and vice versa. By the end, we come to a conclusion of where loyalties lie, mainly based on non-football things. But that's what's so much fun. Be sure to tell us in the comments who you're rooting for when Alabama goes to Atlanta to play Georgia for the 2023 SEC Championship game. These teams met for the first time on November 2nd, 1895, and the Crimson Tide lead the series 42-26-4, and now to the professionals of dislike. This week's golden dislike goes to officials who blow a call early in the game and spend the rest of the game making up for it. Just get it right the first time, or don't, and move on. The uniform light goes to the Alabama Road Whites. Both of these unis are nice as long as Georgia stays away from any alternates. Georgia's DBs not knocking the ball down in Jordan Hare in 2013. Dislike. Not trotting A.J. McCarron out there and throwing a deep ball to Amari Cooper and Jordan Hare in 2013. Dislike. These two teams joining forces to keep Tennessee out of Atlanta as much as possible. Like. Bulldogs drool too much. Dislike. Elephants never forget. Dislike. Grown men barking at anyone, but specifically Will, Lindsay, and Blake. Dislike. My bottom 5 great value brand knockoffs. Number 5, Kirby's Georgia. Can't blame the guy, but I will. Number 4, Tennessee ripping off garbage truck workers' uniforms. Number 3, former Georgia Bulldog Bill Goldberg's attempt to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 2, Georgia's 2023 football schedule. And number 1, Dr. Thunder. Speaking of schedules, getting the SEC Championship and 2022 semifinal in your home state, dislike. Unless, of course, it's my team. Speaking of never going on the road, Atlanta interstate routes brought to you by the Devil's Lettuce. Dislike. Some redneck beating the devil for a fiddle of gold. Legendary. Woke Major League Baseball moving the All-Star game out of Atlanta. Dislike. Only to move it back again. Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. Make up your mind, Jan. Georgia thinks it's cool to play between the bushes. Dislike. Samford University is greater than Sanford Stadium. Alabama being undefeated in the Mercedes Dome. Like. The Kirby video game was stupid. Dislike. Georgia acting like football has only existed since Kirby Smart went home. Dislike. Kirby running a fake punt on 4th and 11 in 2018. Thank you. Acting like you've dominated another team that you're 1-4 against. Dislike. Beast mode, Herschel Walker. Like. Stetson Bennett. How? Dislike. Brock Bowers. Cheat code. Dislike. Bear Bryant wearing plaid and calling it houndstooth. Dislike. Doug Jones was elected senator in a special election in Alabama. All, and I mean all, the dislikes. Humidity. Dislike. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey vomit burping like Homer Simpson.
We're getting a... Excuse me.
Disgusting, but impressive. Talking football on social media. Dislike. Bama QB Jalen Milroe transforming from Sam South to Michael Vick throughout the season. Painful, no matter what team you cheer for. Alabama claiming all the national championships, including Dabo's and Kirby's. Ridiculous, but we will take it. Both of these teams seem to hate their fan bases from time to time. Dislike. The Buc-ee's in Athens, Alabama. Like. The music scene in Athens, Georgia. Like. Julio Jones, Derrick Henry, Tua Tagovailoa, Bryce Young, and Minkah Fitzpatrick wore the crimson with white numbers on their helmets. David Pollock, Champ Bailey, Matthew Stafford, Vince Dooley, and Hines Ward wore the sweet Bulldog black and red. That's Devontae in the corner of the end zone. Bulldogs losing their religion. The pick is in, and it's Roll Tide. Sorry, Blake. That's Isaiah in the corner of the end zone. Iron Bowl is over.